call him Catfish Hunter because he looked like a dog. Welcome to Completely Serious. That catchphrase is courtesy of Jimmy Bucket Cut. I guess that's a listener to the podcast who sent that catchphrase in. Who knew we had a listener? This is the show where we have fun and talk sports. And that is our catchphrase, our show's motto, and I'm sticking by it. We welcome the reason you tuned into this podcast today. You saw his name in the description. You're like, oh, Jared Shlensky. I know that guy. I've heard him. I've heard him call a baseball game before. He's our main man. He's our main squeeze, the director of broadcasting and media relations. Am I right in saying that, Jared, for Gary SouthShore RailCats? Am I right?
You are correct. I don't know how many people have heard my name, but I appreciate it.
I'm sure many. They will after you've been on this podcast, of course, right?
Yeah, for better or worse, right?
Hey, you are coming off quite the game, and thank you for spending your entire day at work, and then you agreed to work an extra 20 minutes and speak with me. I really appreciate it. Tell me what happened tonight. You're a baseball broadcaster. You are behind a microphone, and you're watching a baseball game, and you're relaying what you're seeing to the audience. What happened? Why are you working at 11:30 at night?
Because I love baseball, but in regards to what happened tonight, they say you see something, you learn something every day. Well, I saw and learned something today that I've never learned before, nor have I ever seen it before. So it was a 1-1 game in the bottom of the ninth inning. The hitter led off with a triple. I'm debating whether or not to mention his name. We'll go from there. He triples. The next two guys are intentionally walked. The next hitter hits a fly ball to center field. The center fielder catches it and airmails the throw to the plate. The runner tags up, and we think the game is over. The RailCats win on a walk-off sacrifice fly. However, right away, coming out of the dugout is the opposing manager. He wants an appeal to third base.
Oh, my gosh. Well, the crowd, how loud was the groan when the manager came out? I mean, these guys just want to go home. They're working people. They have mouths to feed. They got to be in 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm sure they were upset.
Well, no, I don't think a lot of people knew. I have to be honest. I caught it right away because I saw them pointing to third, but the crowd, for the most part, I don't think recognized what happened. They still thought the RailCats win. They appealed to third base, and he's out. The third base umpire all over it. He left early. And then the inning ends. We go to the 12th. St. Paul scores a run. Gary does not. They lose their third consecutive game. A premature celebration, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Jared, I can hear the game in your voice. I'm already picturing what's happening. You've described it so perfectly, so thank you. I feel like I was there. That's a crazy finish. Now, it went extra innings. I have to ask you, do you get paid for an extra innings? Do you get paid bonus for that? As I feel like you should.
No. Instead, I get extra time behind a microphone. I'll get to sleep at the ballpark tonight. I'm looking forward to that. So that's bonus time in the Suite 18. I use the couch. I love it. It's the only place I sleep at in the ballpark. So Suite 18 is mine. I've conquered it today.
Do they make you pay rent?
No, they do not. I'll tell you what, though. There have been at least 20 players who have slept at the ballpark. They've got a little diamond club section in right field behind the outfield. They put up, during spring training, at least like 20 different queen-size beds. They were camping out. They were sleeping there. Some of them didn't make the team. The guys that made the team, most of them are no longer with the team. One of them just had their contract purchased by the Miami Marlins today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They've all been sleeping at the Diamond Club.
Well, when a player has his contract purchased, do his teammates, do they get excited for him? Are they jealous? I feel like there'd be one of those kind of fake going-away parties. Like, yeah, we're happy for you, but not really. Like, maybe put sauerkraut in his cake or something.
I think that's pretty accurate, Piers. I think deep on the inside you're jealous. Well, I don't know if you're jealous. It depends who you are. I don't know if you're extremely happy for him. Maybe, I don't know the guy personally, but maybe they are happy. Maybe they're happy to see him go. Maybe they don't have to worry about him. At the same time, though, this individual was highly revered by his peers as far as I'm aware. So I think they're happy for him and to see him go to the next level. He's been in affiliated baseball, but he's never gone out of the Arizona League. And didn't play baseball from 2013 to 2015, was in the Pecos League in 2016. Comes here in 2017, his first appearance in the spring training, an absolute disaster. Walked the first four guys he faced, 18 pitches through 16 balls. and is now as part of the minor league system in the Miami Marlins organization.
I want to go back to this extra innings concept. I find it so fascinating that baseball has extra innings. When extra innings are played, do fans have to pay more? Is it like a machine they're dumping quarters into and the players don't go back out until enough quarters have been dumped? Or how does that process work?
No, it doesn't work like that. You've got to wait, obviously, for the home team and away team to hit. If the away team obviously scores in the top half of the inning, the home team has to match, and if they don't, then the game ends. Here in Gary, we call it bonus time, kind of like you said. I know the fans really enjoy extra innings here. It was a good crowd today. I think through the 10th and the 11th, they stuck around for the most part. Kind of changed the 12th. Things, I get tired. I'm not gonna lie. I don't get bored, but I get fatigued. I get lethargic. You're just hoping the game ends, and unfortunately, it ended, but with the wrong outcome. The RailCats couldn't come out on top.
Jared, the reason I brought you on here, I think a lot of people are fascinated. They are very interested, intrigued by behind the scenes of minor league baseball. Now, I've heard the saying there's no such thing as a minor league player, just players that are minors. Is that true?
That might be pretty accurate. We do have a former big leaguer on our team, though, so you can say I guess he's a minor leaguer now, but at one point he wasn't.
Okay.
His name is Jorge De Leon. He pitched in stints in 2 seasons with the Houston Astros. You can tell he's got some money, too. He definitely dresses better than everybody. Really humble, though. Doesn't act like a big leaguer. A nice guy. But like I said, yes, you can tell he was in the big leagues. By far the best dressed. Has a nice apartment, from what I've been told. Yeah. So, yes, you can tell he was in the show.
That nice apartment is the part that I'm really interested in. I wonder what's in his apartment. What does a former baseball player that's in the major leagues put in his apartment? Do you think it's just it's baseballs and bats and he only eats chewing gum and seeds, or is there actual real-life human stuff in his apartment complex?
I bet there's not too much in it. If I were to guess, it's probably one of those furnished apartments where he knows he's just staying there for 3 months. Maybe he's got pictures of his kids, of his wife. Maybe a couple pictures of his heyday. I mean, come on. If you're in the big leagues, don't you want a picture of you making your major league debut or something?
Of course.
You want something. Maybe he's got a picture of a couple of famous guys he's met. I don't know. Maybe he's got photos of his childhood. Maybe he's got photos of some of his, maybe of his favorite ballpark that he pitched in. I have no idea. I can't imagine what's there. I know he's really into the Latin music scene, so maybe he's got pictures of some fiestas he's been to. I don't know.
What's your daily routine like? Do you just show up at the ballpark like during the national anthem and announce the game, or is there more to it?
No, I actually show up right before first pitch. I don't arrive a second before first pitch.
You skip the national anthem.
I don't show up. I kind of pull the Kaepernick thing. I don't necessarily kneel, but I'm not there.
And you just walk into the booth, and there's the first pitch, you flip the microphone on, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Hello, how are you? I do my Harry Carey impression. Maybe I've got a bottle of bourbon to my right, and then maybe a couple of Bud Lights to my left. I change it up every now and then.
What's the most challenging part of being a minor league broadcaster? Well, there's got to be things that happen in the office, things that happen on the field that make it, even though it's fun to, of course, watch and announce a baseball game, a challenging job at times.
The most challenging part, in all seriousness, is the grind. It's 100 games in 110 days. Tomorrow will be game number 75. Fatigue really has not set in all that much, but it has set in to a little bit of an extent. The front office staff, on a serious note, is really fun. But yes, the grind. The players talk about it. The coaches talk about it. Well, I guess to an extent the broadcaster could talk about it. It's a grind.
Yeah, grind as in like you're grinding sheet metal, or grind as in just it's a long day and you do all this work and it's for the love of your craft.
No, more like grinding with Selena Gomez on the dance floor.
Oh, okay, the good kind of grind then.
The good kind of grind, yeah. No, it's a grind in terms of the fact that by the start of the game I'm tired. Because I'm there at 9 in the morning and the game hasn't started and I'm already like, oh, where's my Pepsi? I need some caffeine.
What's most rewarding? I feel like it's a very rewarding job.
The most rewarding part, I guess it's selfish, is when I can go to bed and say I had a good broadcast. I don't get to listen every day just because my front office responsibilities require me to get started at 9 o'clock. On the road, I get to listen to myself a little bit more. But the reward for me is that, one, I'm here, a team believes in me, a team likes having me, be the voice of the team, sort of speak. But for me, the best part is knowing I had a good broadcast.
When you're doing these broadcasts, and you do them very well, do you have a signature call, like whammy or something like that?
No, I do not. If I would, I'd be like, is this game over yet? No, I do not. I do not have a signature call. I try to let the play develop. The last thing I want someone to tell me is that I remind them of Hawk Harrelson. I don't want to be, oh, mercy, that ball is gone. You can put it on a board. Wegner, what are you doing? No, I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to be compared to him. I'm a White Sox fan, and I idolize Pat Hughes, so it's kind of hypocritical, but it's the truth.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a little bit. Have you ever said that on air, when is this game over? Do you sometimes ask people that are listening, when is this game going to be over? Is that something you regularly do?
No, but I'll say, man, this one's going to keep on going, or we're just going to have to wait and see how this one plays out. I have to be honest, though, the season has not been that bad. We've played a couple of 12 innings, and I want to say one 13-inning game. When I was in the Northwoods League last year with Waterloo, we set the record, the franchise record for the longest 2 games. We played 2 games north of 5 hours. One of them went into 6 hours. Both of them were 17-inning affairs. The longest one, I want to say 6 hours and 4 minutes, 8 minutes, the second longest game in Northwoods League history. It was in Rochester, and the lights in the outfield are on timers. And so they went out at 12 o'clock, and we had to wait for the lights to go back on. And then the league curfew says you can't start a game past midnight, but Rochester gave no at all. They continued to keep going. They wanted to get it over with.
I'm excited to use a bleep machine. That's awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's about time you use some. I mean, I went to North Central College for 4 years. Do you think they would have taught you something with Adobe Audition? I don't know.
Exactly. Hey, do you run out of words when a game goes that long? When you're announcing for 7 hours straight, do you run out of actual... I would imagine you say almost every word of the English dictionary by the time you're done announcing a game like that.
I would hope not. That would tell me that my vocabulary is not that good. And I don't think the RailCats would like that. No, I do not run out of words. I run out of water. Sometimes I hope that I will just get to pee in a water bottle next to me. I don't.
How does one become a baseball broadcaster? Do you take baseball broadcasting night classes at a community college, or serve nachos for 10 years at a ballpark? Then they promote you, or how does that work? How do you get to where you are?
You have to intern, and you have to be willing to do whatever they tell you. When you apply for a job, you better hope you have some broadcasting experience. If not, you better tell them you're willing to do anything. If that includes licking the last piece of dirt on the tarp, you name it, you got to do it. If that includes picking up feces in the parking lot, you have to do it.
Does that happen? Does that happen from time to time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? We pick up poop all the time. We were picking, so we do garbage in the stands, and I had the privilege of picking up a diaper where you would place your cup. I got to pick up the diaper, which had feces in it, and it was wet and soggy. And, I was like, I guess it's preparing me for fatherhood, which will never happen. But, maybe if I get a nephew or a niece and they need me to change their diaper, which better never happen, I'll be ready for it.
Is that the craziest thing you've picked up at a ballpark? Is that the most bizarre thing you've seen?
It's the most bizarre thing I've personally done. I know my broadcast assistant, his name's Austin, he picks up trash in the parking lot. His name is Alex. He's the graphics intern. They picked up a vibrator. They found some bags of empty ounce bags of marijuana and cocaine. I mean, they pick up some crazy stuff, man. Obviously we're in Gary, Indiana. Everybody knows it's obviously not the most affluent area. The crime rate, it's not Chicago, but it's not the best. So yeah, you're going to see some things that you've never seen before in Gary.
Jared, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. You can hear me?
I can hear you. How do you handle something like that when you find cocaine or a vibrator? First of all, which one would you rather find? And second, how do you handle both those situations?
Well, I'm a male, so I don't have a so I think I'm going to stick with the cocaine. Now, I've never smoked weed or done any drugs before, so both are kind of futile to me. But yeah, if I had to pick, I would definitely want to pick up the cocaine. I guess my high school instincts tell me to try and sell it. But I didn't see the cocaine. It was empty from what I'm told, so I assumed, the junkie next door probably snorted it all. I don't know.
Well, I want to talk more baseball with you. I want to talk Major League Baseball. It's been such a crazy season, and it's not really a question. It's more of an observation. I just feel like it's been a crazy baseball season.
Yeah, it has. I really haven't. I don't get to watch too much Major League Baseball. I think that's one thing people don't understand. This is the major leagues for me. It's 100 games in 110 days. We didn't start till mid-May. The RailCats hired me the first week of April, so I got to watch maybe the first month and a half of the season. I got to watch the Cubs get off to a slow start. I could have told you from the start of the White Sox season that it was going to be a disaster. I got to watch Aaron Judge, though. I mean, that was a really fun first half. I'm trying to think. Jose Quintana, I got to watch him continuously record no decisions, even though he would toss 7 innings, consistently giving up a run or 2 runs. I don't watch as much baseball as I would like, but I got to watch a little bit of it for the first month and a half or so.
You've watched a little bit. You've been able to use your sources, and you've been able to somehow gain information about the season through whatever ear you have out there in baseball. Who do you feel is the front runner right now to win the World Series? If you were to guess without watching any baseball this year, because you're constantly working, who would you think is going to win the World Series?
Well, I guess I've got to stick to my preseason prediction. I took the Cubs over the Astros. Actually, last year I said the Astros were going to beat the Cubs. So I had the Cubs in the World Series, but I didn't have them winning. Still kind of can't believe that they won it. You have to give them credit.
I don't think anybody can. I'm still coming down from it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the party's still going on, too, in Wrigley. But if I had to pick again, I'll take the Cubs to repeat. I think that they'll push across enough here in the second half. They've made the moves they needed. They obviously got Quintana. I mean, that's you've got 3 guys now that you can put out there. Any one of them for game 1, they give you a great chance to win.
So many great players in baseball. I'm going to test you right now. I'm going to have you go rapid fire as fast as you can. If you could start a team, I want you to pick a player at every position you would want to start with. And I'm gonna have you go from catcher to outfield and pitcher. I want you to do this in about 15 seconds. Are you ready?
Hold on. Are we doing all 9? Are we doing?
We're doing all 9.
Okay.
Take a second to think.
So should we do 1, 2, 3? They're on numbers, right? On the on the diamond,
yes. We'll start
with
that. We'll do 1, 2, 3. We'll start with pitcher then, and let's go back. How we go back and forth? We'll just go rapid fire back and forth. You can pick, and then I'll pick my guy. Then you pick, and we'll just go back and forth. We'll see how quickly we can get through this.
All right.
Okay.
You tell me when to start.
On your mark, get set, go.
Chris Sale.
Clayton Kershaw.
Buster Posey.
Wilson Contreras.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, first baseman. Is he first baseman? Oh, okay. Joey Votto.
No, he's not. He's not.
You're good.
You're right.
Oh, we're
he's
paused.
a right fielder.
We've paused. Go back to first base.
Okay. So yes, pick-off attempt to first.
Yes. First baseman. Who would you pick?
Eric Hosmer.
Oh, that's a good one. Joey Votto.
Yohan Moncada.
Oh, nice one. I'll go with Altuve.
Manny Machado.
Over at shortstop. Okay, that's a good one. I'll go with Corey Seager.
Third base.
Third base now, yes.
Machado plays third.
Oh, my fault. We're going 5 then 6. I'm getting my numbers confused. Okay, I'll go Chris Bryant.
Shortstop. That's a good one. Give me Francisco Lindor.
Okay, I'll stick with Seager there.
No, he's third.
Is he still third? Oh, he's third. I thought he was a shortstop. Okay, that's a good one.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
We'll go to left field. We'll pass.
Left field.
I can't remember the outfielders, to be honest with you.
I can think of outfielders. I can't think of left, though.
Let's go outfield. Pick your best outfielder.
All right, give me Trout. Give me Harper.
Ooh.
And give me Stanton.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to go with Ozuna for my number 1 pick. Oh, I got to do these rapid fire, too. I'm going way too slow. I'm going to go Aaron Judge for my number 2 pick.
I like that one.
And then I'm going to go with somebody from Colorado. God, I don't like him, but I'm stuck on his name, Charlie Blackmon, with my number 3 pick.
I like Black. You don't like Blackmon?
Man, I don't know about Blackmon. Anyway, we've done it. It only took us about 15 seconds. Great job. We both picked 2 very good teams to start a franchise with. Okay, one more game I want to play before I let you go. and it is called Can't Do It. Here's how it works. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I'm see if you can answer all these questions. If you can't answer it, you need to give an honest answer. If you can't answer it, I win and you say can't do it. Does that work out?
Okay, I like it.
Okay. All right, I got 5 questions. I try to make these difficult. I'm not sure if they're challenging or not, but we'll start with maybe the easiest one. Question number 1, can you do it? What do you really think of Hawk Harrelson? It's got to be honest.
He needs to retire. He's old.
Okay. Number 2, is it true that chicks dig the long ball?
Yes.
Darn. Okay. Number 3, are baseball players taking more steroids this year?
Absolutely not.
Oh, darn. Okay, I thought you'd be embarrassed to answer that. Okay, number 4, what's the most embarrassing thing you have said on air?
I meant to say shallow hit, and I said
And number 5, is baseball your favorite sport?
It's my favorite sport to broadcast. It's not my favorite sport to watch.
Oh, my goodness. Those questions were too easy. You rolled through them. Well done.
I want to play another game, though.
Okay, let's go for it.
All right.
I like games.
You've got to give me – I know you're a big NBA guy. I'm telling you, you're going to be in the D-League. You might be in the NBA. I don't know. You've got to give me – you got to pick a player at each position who you're going to start your franchise around. So this time you start first. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Which way would you like to start? Point guard? We're going to go point guard.
Okay. I'm going to start with my point guard is Russell Westbrook.
I'm going to start with Chris Paul.
That's a good pick. My shooting guard, I'm going to go James Harden. I'm still going to count him as a shooting guard.
I'm going Jimmy Butler.
Okay, that's a good second pick. My small forward has to be, even though he's 32, I think at this point, LeBron James.
Since you picked him, I got to go Kawhi.
Ooh, good pick. At power forward, here's where it gets tricky. He's a young guy. I don't like him, but I'm going to take him, Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, that's a good one. I'll take Anthony Davis.
That was the correct answer. I should have taken Davis. And at my center position, I'm going to go with Karl Anthony Towns.
Nope, I'm taking DeMarcus Cousins.
That's another good pick. We have some evenly matched teams, I think. Good selection on your part.
Yeah, my guys are a little crazier. Cousins is a head case.
Yeah.
Paul kind of whines a lot. Butler is very competitive. I like my team. And then I got Kawhi, the best two-way player in the game. So.
I think that Michael Jordan just said that, actually. I think that's probably a fair point.
I kind of am a poser there. He said it, but I would agree. I think LeBron would be second, though. Best two-way player. I'd say LeBron second.
Okay, very nice. Well, Jared, thanks a lot for coming on to my podcast. I appreciate it. Completely serious. We appreciate your time. You spent the entire day announcing a baseball game. It was an 18-hour baseball game, and now you've come on with me and spent a good 18 minutes with me, and I really appreciate it. So we'll have to have you on again because you've done so well, and we just have enjoyed you being on this podcast.
So thank you, Jared Shlensky. That was Completely Serious on Public House Media. We'll talk to you next week.